Hi, my name is Ron, and this is the Cubic deck. The playstyle of this deck is basically just go big or go home. Make or break, literally. There are like other formats to this. I still use the link monsters, and you can still do the link plays, but besides making the board, you can still do a lot of damage without just simply making the board. So I guess yeah, that's it. Oh, okay. So I will talk about the deck monsters already, I guess, or the cards basically. So most or all cubic, or should I say, like, to be honest, if you run cubics, you have to run 3 Dujas, the cubic vessel. So the effect of this is basically Foolish Burial with belongings, or just Foolish Burial. And it has a quick effect. If a monster is dumped to the graveyard, plus 200 attack for every cards with different name, every monsters with different name, plus 200 for each. It has a cute gimmick to that, but basically this is like the engine for the deck. It will end up dumping the Cubic Karma or the Cubic Rebirth, the trap card, or like any other Cubic cards. And the next cards are B-Jumps, the Cubic Seeds. They cannot be destroyed by battle, and if this card was to be battled at the end of damage step, they can add like Hokai counters or Cubic counters. Monsters with Cubic counters for this deck, their effects will be negated, and that monster with the Cubic counters cannot attack. So they're just stuck there, but most of the time people will just link summon or link over it, trip it over it, or fusion and synchro. Yeah, just do stall basically. It's one of the stall cards. And the 3 and the other support other cubic cards I run here, the monsters, is Behemoth and Injura. So one of the reasons why I only run like one of these guys and not the lower cubic lords is that, I mean, they have nifty effects, but like most of the time I just go for the name or just for their effects of like if they're sent to graveyard by enemies, they can special summon either like 3 of these guys, and you can just special summon them again, and it has a searcher effect from graveyard or from deck. So other than that, it's just basically a +1 for naming. That's it. Now the boss monster, one of the boss monster for this is the Crimson Nova trainee. I run 3 of them. So not affected by monster effect of 3k and below, the activated effects. So continuous effects will get hit sadly, but still immune to the 3k. It has certain immunity to monster effects, so it's still good. If this card was to destroy a monster, you can attack 1 per time, and at end phase, we both burn 3k simultaneously. So you can pair this card up with other trap cards if you want to, like Ring of Destruction, or like there's like another trap card that redirects burn damage. That still works too, but it's too slow, so I don't run that. So for the supports card that I run here is 3 Summoner's Monk. I choose to run 3 because I run 3 Allure of Darkness. The only dark monster here in this deck would be like other than the 1 dark tuner I have here, and the 3 Summoner's Monk and 3 Crimson Nova and 3 B-Jump. This still has a nifty effect. Discard 1 card and get special summon level 4 monster from the deck. So if you want, you can choose to summon another Summoner's Monk, but like you'll most likely end up summoning Duja, and effect triggers.
So what's the stop?
But the most important part is that discarding is a cost. So you might end up like discarding the important cards, like the helping cards, the Karma, or the Cubic Pulse. They have their own effect in favor. I'll go to that later.
No, just.
So yeah, I run them to make the deck
Take
faster.
that out. Take that out.
Other monsters I run here is that since needs a lot of draw engines, where the draw is key to victory in this deck, so I run Maxis. It's up to you if you want to run them or not, but Maxis, 2 Maxis, I just run them. And tuners I run here, the Birdman, Jet Synchron, Mo Lion, and Glow Bulb. So as for this, the Birdman, one of my favorite tuners here, if you have them in their hand. So it's actually a summoning condition for this guy to compulsory monster, like fling a monster, and then special summon him. So there's that effect. You can actually pair this up with another nifty combos, like you can actually summon Crystal Wings or like other monsters with this. I mean, sorry, not Crystal Wing, Black Rose Dragon with this. Like other combos. Then I actually run them for just for the link. For the link plays. You pair it up with what do you call this again? You will most likely end up summoning the Needle Fiber with these two, and the Needle Fiber summoning the old lion. But we'll go to that later, I guess. Or like basically, it's just a link play. And since we're done with the main monster goes, we'll go for the spells and trap. As for the spells, you will most likely end up running 3 Cubic Pulse and 3 Karmas. The effect from Graveyard is you can put Poké counters, which is a nifty effect to get rid of like annoying monsters with like continuous effects or something like that. And Karma, in this card in the graveyard, you can just banish this and search for any Poké monsters or cubic monsters. So you pair this up with Summer's Monk or just basically Duja, send it to graveyard and banish the Searcher and Stunner. But mainly, they're both used for boosting the monsters. This one gets, it boosts the monster, any cubic monster, by 800 for every region seed you send it to graveyard. And this one just doubles your monster and half the opponent's monster. These are not monster turn, but most likely, this is the most important thing when it comes to like boosting. And this also still works, but like most of the time you'll be sending like the carbon to graveyard most of the times. Other spell, do Twin Twister. Depending on which deck you run, sometimes you could actually run Red Reboot, or you still Twin Twister is still good for spell and trap removal. Discarding its cost, so it can be in your favor also. And as for the draw engines, do Cupidity. This is. I tried to get rid of this, to be honest, but like you have to gamble with this deck if you really want to go for the OTP plays. So you most likely end up just using the Cupidity. Still +1, so I run it. 1 for 1 for the tuners. Or rare case scenario, you summon V-Jump with this. 3 Allure of Darkness. You choose to run 3 just for the sake of the draw. But at the same time, if you don't draw a Dark Monster, and if you have like really Spell and Trap that you don't want, like Karmas, a bunch of Karmas or like Cubic Rebirth, you still end up like throwing them into graveyard, so it's still a nifty gimmick. Double edge. And 3 Foolish Burial with Belonging, just to get rid of the Karmas, or should I say, just to send the Karmas to graveyard. Or it could be like any other Poké Spell and Trap. Like it could be the trap card here. These are the only trap card I run, Cubic Rebirth. Basically, this was intended to be used for summoning for the Cubic Boss Monster. Cubic Lord, Trinity, but like you will hardly summon this guy. I'll just explain why later. But anyway, use your Fusion as a trap card, and from Graveyard effect, banish to special summon any Cubic monster from hand or from the deck. So you might actually just end up for the turbo plays, you'll end up summoning Duja. Or if you want to go for the stall plays, like you most likely end up just summoning 2 of them, like the Endura and the Behemoth. But most of the time, but if they're summoned if the monster was to be summoned by the Cubic Rebirth, that card cannot be destroyed by any means, by battle or by card effect for that turn. So it's still good for stalling also. That's all for trap cards. Now for the monsters.
Oh yeah.
Let's go with the fusion first. So there's only one fusion, and it's the boss monster. I don't end up summoning this guy, but sometimes I do. But most of the time I don't summon this guy. It's still a good card. If you declare attack with this guy, attack declaration, it halves the opponent's life points, and then like if it destroys a monster, you can attack 1 more time, and every burn damage you will take, your opponents will take also. And if it destroys, and also it cannot be destroyed by card effect, and it cannot be targeted by card effect. So it has that gimmick, but most of the nowadays they're like just kaijus, just get rid of that. That goes for like the Crimson Nova, but yeah, it's still a good card. It's still a good card. 2 synchro monsters, Black Rose Dragon, and Armor Yarn. So basically, the Black Rose Dragon is to be getting rid of the basically just everything, just Black Rose everything. It still works. Very fun card to use, and just like it really helps with the OTK plays. Just literally board wipe, so it's really good. And for Armor Yarn, it boosts the monster, and it helps in the OTK plays also in somewhat way. But you could replace it with something else. But and for the funsies, I just run this. So most of the time you'll be summoning either one of them through Duja and Birdman, and of course if you want to summon the Armor Yarn, you will have to use V-Jump with Birdman. As for the XCs, I run 3 XCs monsters. I run 1 Baguska, 1 Hope, and 1 Hope the Lightning. So basically, Hope the Lightning just it helps with the OTK plays. As for Baguska, just for the sake of stalling. Just put it to defense, you draw cards, then if you want to stall time, just summon this guy. Most of the times. It works most of the time, but there are ways to get rid of this guy, so yeah, there's that. Now as for the Link Monsters, the classic, Needle Fiber, Firewall, Summoner Sorceress, yeah. There's still more, but like for the turbo plays, you will most likely end up just using them with, of course, a Link Kuribo.
Well, because I have to worry about
do you think I should discuss their effects or something? So, no need, right?
No need.
It's really generic. It's really too generic.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. So. Skull Red, right? Skull Red?
Once per turn, vanish all spell and traps.
So I run Skull Red just for the sake of... Well, it's actually a really good card. If you actually pull up the combo, you will most likely end up like having the board with Crimson Nova already in it, and Crimson Nova with plus 800, and also of course like that plus 1 card with rotation of 3 cards is very good, and also like special summoning also still helps. And one of the fun gimmicks for this, Whistleline, right? Whistleline.
Slow.
Forgot. What's this card again? I forgot the name.
Topologic Twist Bina.
Trisbane. So as for Trisbane, the fun gimmick for this, so if you were to summon any monster on the monster zone, it banishes the monsters on the markers and all of the back rows, and burn 1k 500 for each. I'm not so sure 500 or 1k, but like 500 for each basically. And then if you want to summon Crimson Nova, it's still a mandatory effect, but it's not a cost to banish. It's just a mandatory effect. The mandatory effect is just to banish. So even though if this is not banished, it still banishes everything. The back row and on the marker. So the fun thing to do, summon this guy, summon Crimson Nova, banish all the back rows. Very fun.
And the next thing, next one is
Griffin.
big old button.
Use Griffin for, to be honest, just for stall purposes. Same thing with Baguska. You could replace it with something else, but like, yeah. Troymare Phoenix, back row destruction. Other than that, like the marker,
I don't think
most likely this guy will end up with Firewall Dragon, and just plus one card for me from the graveyard or from somewhere, just recycling. But most likely this or this card will end up being replaced by Goblin, but most likely this one will be replaced by Goblin. So I only run this guy just for the sake of the generic, just by generic purposes. Link markers up and down, so we just run it. But most likely this guy will be replaced by Goblin, which is still coming. And so much for this. This will also be replaced by Boral Sword, which really helps. So basically, this so sad though, but Summer Sorcerers will be banned on October, and this will get rotated out with other generic Link monsters. But most likely I'll just end up replacing it with something else. Another food for Utopia, like Utopia Lightning. Like maybe I can just add a chaos number there, or most likely this will get replaced by something else more useful. Maybe another board load, perhaps. It could work. Yeah. So I guess that's it. Huh? So thank you for watching. So thank you for watching, and yeah, see you guys next time.
Time to do